Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, and this is going to be a bit of a channel update, kind of what you can expect from me, and a special project that we're going to work on. If you've noticed, I haven't been uploading as much as I used to in the past, and that's for a reason, and I'm not going to be doing that as much this year either, because I kind of want to spend more time with my family and take some time for myself and all that entails. I've basically uploaded a video a day almost every day for over 2 years, and while I still love it, I do want to take more time for my family and for myself. So what you can basically expect from me is there may or may not be a video on Monday, depending on whether I have a Mill Creek video to review for you. Tuesday is going to stay What's in the Bag, Jay, because everyone seems to like it, and that's going to be starting, if this video goes up today, it'll be starting tomorrow. Wednesday is going to be Wild Eye Wednesday, providing, of course, I have a Wild Eye movie to review. If not, then it's free time, I guess. Thursdays, I'm not going to be doing anything. Fridays is going to be the Slash Brothers stream. Saturday, of course, is the Slashback Saturday Challenge, the sequel. And Sunday is going to be basically nothing. Now, here's something that it's not necessarily a challenge. It's something that we mentioned on the last Slash Brothers stream. It is basically going to be something that Joe and I start because I want to get back to what I really love about YouTube, and that is starting or doing lists, like top 20 lists, and ranking the franchise. So every once in a while you'll be seeing a ranking the franchise. And this other project is something that Joe and I started, and it's going to be a top 20 list. And like I said, it's not really a challenge, but everyone is welcome to join. We do have a few rules. We're going to be doing this twice a month, so that means we're going to be uploading our lists on the 15th and the last day of the month, whether it be the 28th, the 30th, or the 31st. It's going to be a certain theme. Since this month is already in the sixth day, it's January 6th now, so yeah, 6th day. We already picked the first category, and it's going to be, the upload will be on the 15th, and then the last day of the month. So, the first category is zombies. Now, we do have a few rules. It's going to be a top 20 list, not a top 10, not a top 5, not a top 15, not a top 50. It's going to be a top 20 list. The next rule is only one movie per franchise, and that's going to get a little sticky with the zombie movies, and I'll explain that in a minute. And also, both Joe and I both consider the remakes as part of the franchise. I always have, I always will. So that is actually part of the franchise. They cannot be done separately. So if you do want to participate, those are the rules. The only other rule is that Joe and I, this is a rule for Joe and I. This doesn't apply to anybody else, but it's going to be movies that we have in our collection. Like I said, that doesn't apply to everyone. That's just kind of how Joe and I are. We're kind of weird in that way. And that's the way I've always done my top 20s and top 50s. No honorable mentions. I did ask Joe about that because I usually do honorable mentions, and we decided to stick to just a top 20. No honorable mentions. And like I said, the first category is zombies. On the 15th, when we upload, the next category will be picked. Now, I got a whole list of categories here. I'm going to write them on a piece of paper, throw them in a bag, and kind of draw them out at random. Kind of like What's in the Bag, Jay. It'll keep things smooth, and it'll keep things mixed up. So no one can say, well, why don't we do this? Well, why don't we do this? And, So we'll just keep it as it's drawn. That's what it is. Now, as far as zombies being a little bit sticky, of course they are a little bit sticky because they're dead. But anyway, Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Diary of the Dead, Land of the Dead, Survival of the Dead, and Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini remake, are all basically in the same franchise, and you can only choose one out of that franchise. Now, this is where it gets kind of weird. Dawn of the Dead is literally considered Zombie 1. Of course, Lucio Fulci made a movie called Zombie. And in some respects it's Zombie, and in some respects it's Zombie 2. Dawn of the Dead, in my opinion, is not the original Zombie. I don't care what anyone says, it's Dawn of the Dead. So you can pick Dawn of the Dead, and you can pick Lucio Fulci Zombie. But here's the catch. There is a Zombie 3, 4, and 5, which are basically one-off movies that were labeled 3, 4, and 5 to cash in on the original Night of the Living Dead and also Lucio Fulci Zombie, which is also called Zombie 2. You guys get that one? But you can pick Dawn of the Dead. You can also pick Zombie or Zombie 2, 3, or Zombie 3, 4, and 5. You can't pick Zombie and one of the other zombie movies. But you can pick Dawn of the Dead and Zombie. I hope you guys got that one. And the last rule, which is going to put somebody off as far as the zombies go, 28 days later, 28 weeks later, or whatever it is, they're going to be considered zombie movies. Quarantine, Rabid, movies like that. I consider them zombie movies, but a different kind of zombie movie. So they're going to be allowed. I know not everyone considers them zombie movies because zombies are dead, but for this list, they're allowed. I still don't know whether I consider 28 Days Later a zombie film, but it is what it is. So you can use those films. Wreck is another one you can use. And hopefully the others will not have as many addendums or rules. So, yeah. But the rules that we do have will always be that it's a top 20 list. You can only use one per franchise. And, of course, remakes count as part of the franchise. So, like I said, these are going to be done twice a month. They're going to be due on the 15th and on the last day of the month, be it the 28th, the 30th, the 31st, or if it's leap year, the 29th. So, I will be picking one at random from now on. The last one for the year is going to be one we have planned out, and we want it specifically for the last list of the year. So, but all are welcome. Have fun with it, and until next time, guys. Peace.